What is up, guys? This is Tristan, and today we are going over how to price pressure washing jobs in 2024. This is the most recent update, guys. And before we start anything, I believe this is that we go into business because we want to make more than a 9 to 5. We have a passion for this type of stuff, correct? This enables us to have more time. This enables us to have more money, more freedom. And the biggest game of this is profit, the stuff that we're taking home. So this is exactly how we're going to be able to do that today and go over the mechanization on how to price these things accordingly, how exactly we can go about this and make as much money as possible, be as profitable as possible. Whenever I say profit, that doesn't mean the top line revenue, but that means what you're taking home, okay? And when you can take home that profit, that enables you to have more freedom with your family, that has more accessibility to invest into the asset, get better equipment, get bigger trucks, get better uniforms, get better overall stuff for the asset so that it makes you more money. So that's the most important thing. And if you want to go into real estate, like I love real estate, you can put some money into that. But the biggest thing is profit. And that's exactly what we're going over, is how to price these jobs so that you can make as much money as possible. Is that cool? I hope that's cool with you. We're going to go over the exterior house wash. We're going to go over concrete cleaning. We're going to go over roof wash. We're going to go over gutter cleaning, exterior windows, residential, commercial. And then at the end, I'm going to give you a secret hack as well on how to actually even get bigger prices than this. So if that sounds cool with you, give me a few minutes, get a pencil, a piece of paper, and let's rock and roll. Let's get it. Okay, guys, so we are going to the residential. I changed my shirt, if you didn't notice, and we are going to go over the residential, the first part of this video, how to quote and how to price pressure washing jobs for the best money possible. And guys, like I said later in the video, I'll give you some sneak peeks on how we can close bigger jobs as well. But let's get right into it. So let's just use this house for example. I'm on Google Earth right now, and I'm calculating the totality of the square foot of the house, okay? So let's just round up to 2,000 square feet just for simple math. So this is a 2,000 square foot house. Sometimes you can go on Zillow, and then you can search up the property address, like 2174, 1758, and then you can start to do simple math like so. So with the exterior house wash, this depends on the surface. So if it's vinyl, it's going to be cheaper than a brick house. If it's a brick house, it's going to be cheaper than a stucco house. Stucco is traditionally the bigger price points of a exterior house wash. But let's go over on what you should be pricing for vinyl, brick, and stucco. So let's use this for example. This is going to be a vinyl home. And for vinyl, I am at 20 to 25 cents per square foot. Okay. So traditionally this is going to be about $500 in and out. Pretty simple. Okay. For let's just say if it's a brick house, we're going to be between 25 cents to 30 cents per square foot. So if it was a brick house, brick is a little bit harder to clean than a vinyl house because you're going to have to put the downstream mix and then apply a little bit more pressure, especially in between the mortar. So that's kind of the logistics behind that. And then if it was a stucco house, we're going to be at 40 cents per square foot just because there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, a lot of rinsing, a lot of chemical, and you can see this is the price point for it. Now, with another way you can quote is by time. And if you know that this house wash is going to take you an hour or so, right? I go by $300 to $400 per hour. So that's a great way on if you can just eyeball something, this is going to take me an hour. Okay, $400, right? And then also you need to establish a minimum. For me, I'm not going out there for a house wash, anything less than $400. So you have to establish a minimum. You have to know exactly how long this is going to take. And if you don't know those things, then go off the square foot. Okay, so like I said, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, and then 40 cents. That's vinyl, brick, stucco, right? Pretty simple math. So let's go to the concrete cleaning right here. And I go always on Google Earth. I'm always checking. This is the best way, in my opinion, to check this totality of the square foot. And with concrete cleaning, it's going to be at 25 to 35 cents per square foot. Normally I'm at about 30 cents per square foot. If I know it's not that dirty, it'll probably be 25. But dude, normally surface cleaning takes a little bit longer than you think. And definitely depends on the machine that you have. But let's just use this. It was 860 square feet. 860 times 30 cents. So normally that'd be about a $250 driveway, which I believe is very, very fair. And it is profitable at the end of the day as well. So just make sure that you know how long it's taking. That'll probably take about 45 minutes to clean that, which puts us at par about that $325 per hour. Let's go over, and this is how I do it for concrete, but let's go over the windows, okay? So let's just use the 2,000 square foot house, for example, right? And I know a lot of people, they do it by however many windows and all this stuff, but this is the way that I believe is pretty effective for quoting exterior windows. So normally I'm at about 12 cents per square foot, and that'll put us at $240. We'll go around with the water-fed pole, and we'll make sure to crank that out. That's how I do it. I believe it's pretty similar to the window, and it makes it a lot easier of a process to basically construct the quote. Okay, so let's go over gutter cleaning as well. So I love quoting gutters, and I eyeball it, man. And I don't do it by linear footage. I don't do it by that. I just go by 1 story, 2 story, and 1 story I'm at $250 plus, and 2 stories I'm at $350 plus. If it's like a 5,000 square foot house, don't be afraid to get into that $600, $700 range. Truly, I know people that are doing it for $1,000 for gutter cleans. You gotta know the walkability, if that's a word. The walking of the roof is it easy? Is it a flat roof? Does it have a little bit of a steeper pitch? That's where you can increase your prices, but don't go below $250 for a 1 story. Do not go below $300, $350 for a 2 story. I wouldn't advise anyone to do that, truly. Now let's go over a roof wash. Okay, so let's just use the 2,000 square foot for example. And guys, 40 cents per square foot. 40 cents per square foot, $800. I'm not doing a roof wash for anything less than $600. So if it's a smaller house, $600, point blank. That's the basis of it. And of course, how dirty is it? How much bleach are we using? How much sodium hypochlorite are we using? All of these factors need to be in play. You need to calculate your expenses and make a totality of what those expenses are per job. Okay? So just to regurgitate everything back to you, the exterior house wash, it depends on the surface, right? You can go on Google Earth and go on this measuring tool and go around and measure. Concrete is pretty basic, 25 to 35 cents per square foot. Really with the 35 cents, it's if it has any type of oil stain where we're going to have to bring a degreaser out or any type of hot water. Gutter cleaning is off the stories. Window cleaning is 12 cents per square foot, and roof washing is 40 cents per square foot. This is how you get to the profitability, guys. You want to be profitable, okay? And later in the video, I'll tell you exactly how to quote even higher than this. But let's go over into the commercial side of pressure washing. How about it? Okay, so I got my hat on now. Let's go and look for a commercial property that would be pretty easy to quote, okay? So let's go right here. How about it? Let me take a look. We're still on par. Okay. So with commercial, and I want to address this initially, is that I go off of time. Truly. I can kind of eyeball it and make sure and kind of make a logical estimate of how long this is going to take. And with commercial, I go by day. So normally I want to be aiming for $2,000 to $3,000 per day with commercial. Commercial work, we want to make sure that we're getting that $2,000, $3,000 per day with commercial work, right? And that's of revenue, the profitability. That's what you come back with that's after expenses, after taxes, all that different stuff. But from a revenue perspective, we're aiming for $2,000 to $3,000 per day with commercial work. And if you don't know how to basically eyeball it, if you're a newbie or if you're getting into this business, or if, maybe you don't know how to eyeball it just yet, use these tactics that I'm about to show you, okay? And it's very similar to this. So let's just say we're quoting the exterior building, right? And we're going on Google Earth again, right? And we're going across. We're going across, da-da-da-da, around town, yada, yada, yada. Boom, 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 boom. And let's just, go across either way. It'll be about 16,000 square feet, right? And guys, look, my price isn't going to change for commercial. It's not going to change. It's just a bigger job. So if this was vinyl per se, let's just say, maybe for more square footage, you could drop it down a little bit, but not too much. $3,200 for this building wash seems pretty fair, right? You're in and out. Seems like we could get that done in a day. $3,200, it's a profitable day, in my opinion. Roof wash, same thing, same premise, same kind of price points that you're looking at from a residential, and you can go off of the residential prices that I gave earlier. But guys, you don't want to make sure that, I want this client, yada, yada, yada. I get it. Maybe if he's offering multiple different properties, you can do a bundle deal of some sort. But if he's a one-time guy, don't drop your prices, guys. Don't drop your prices. I'll go later in the video, like I said, on how to close these jobs. But that's the biggest point, guys. You don't want to drop your prices just because you want the client. I get it if he's offering multiple properties, and maybe you can do that just a little bit as a bulk deal. But guys, learn how to eyeball it. Learn how long this takes you to clean, and go off that $2,000, $3,000 per day. That's the easiest way with my experience, at least with commercial. That is the best way. Okay, if he's doing a bundle deal, then maybe go $1,500 to $2,500 per day, something along those lines. But that is the best way to do it. And that's for pressure washing. Window cleaning, I would do that same premise with 12 cents per square foot. And you can kind of go off of that, really. It's really, I try to make it as simple as a process as possible. And with these commercials, property managers and all this stuff, I try to make this as very simple so that they can understand what they're getting into. Okay. The only thing that I really want to add to this commercial stuff, and let's just use this parking lot, for example, is, and I know I skipped this right here, but I'm just kind of going by it for video purposes. But let's just say this is 29,000 square feet. If this was oil stains and we had to bring that out there, we're going to be at that 35 cents per square foot, because it's going to take a lot longer. And let's just say 29,000 times 0.35, right? And I know you guys are like, whoa, Tristan, $10,000 for this parking lot. Oh my gosh. And I know this is probably organic and stuff, but this was thick oil in here. It'll take you a long time, guys. And you want to make sure that you're charging accordingly for that. Truly. You need to make sure that you're charging accordingly. That's the biggest thing. I know a lot of people, they want to charge small. They want to get as many jobs as possible and all this stuff. It's just a quick way to run out of business and run into burnout. It's not the way to do it, truly. And guys, I told you, how do we close these jobs, and how can we build an exponential amount of value so that these guys can close on us? Let's go into it. How about it? Okay, I've got a 5-step formula for you to make sure that you're closing these jobs, all right? Are you ready for this? Let's go. If you like this, make sure you're subscribing, because I'm posting every Tuesday and Friday at 5:15 Central Standard Time. Let's roll. So first thing, I want you to go in person. When you go in person, you're able to build rapport. You're able to build a relationship. You're able to show your face and show your your face with your brand. So it gives you some type of, you're not this robot, you're not just some random guy, you are an actual person, and you can start to build trust a lot better. Okay? I want you to wear something professional. Not like this white t-shirt, but I want you to wear maybe like a company branded polo. If you don't have that, wear something nice. I'm not saying you have to wear a tuxedo, but wear something nice, because fashion is brand. Fashion has something to do with your overall persona of how they envision your company. So wear something professional. 3, make sure you're talking to the decision maker, whether that's the property manager, whether it's the regional manager, the general manager, the facility manager, whoever is the decision maker, make sure that you're talking to them. Okay? This is something that I've been incorporating as of recent, and it is highly effective. Bring a packet to build a ton of value. So in this packet, you can put your accolades, your reviews. Oh my goodness. You can show before and afters, your store. You could show your copy of insurance. You could bring a ton of stuff into this folder that allows you to separate yourself from the other individuals. This is really, really a dope secret, in my opinion, that I don't see a lot of people doing. Is if you bring this packet and you just fulfill them with a ton of value, even in this packet, make sure that they're reading it, right? And you can go over it. It just takes like 5 minutes to do it. This will allow them to have a handhold visual of what they can expect with their building, right? And you can also give them a free demo spot as well. I didn't put that in here, but something that I like to do as well when you're talking to the decision maker and you present the quote or whatever you're doing, ask for their budget, right? How much are they willing to spend on this project? You get a good idea of who you're working with when you ask these types of questions, right? Because maybe you could find a median where you're at this price and they're at this price. You could maybe go in the middle so that you're both profitable at the end of the day, and make sure that you're getting to that $2,000, $3,000 range with that commercial. Or you could do this with your residential and make sure that you're getting to that $300, $400 per hour range. Okay. But make sure that you're asking for their budget. And then I put a different thing in there, just like a little thing, but know your shit. Know what you're talking about. Be perceived as a professional, right? Be perceived as a professional. When you're perceived as a professional, you know the ins and outs of your business. You know how to communicate your results. You know how to communicate the experience. I'm a big believer on if you can build that experience. And whenever I say know your shit, now it's not just about the pressure washing, but know who the customer is. Maybe a day beforehand, search the individual up. Maybe they have different types of interest, or they have mutual interests that you share, and know who the individual that you're talking to is. Know who that person is, and know their mutual interests, so that you can kind of build more so of that you're not just this pressure washing guy, but you're also a friend. And people like to buy off of people, quite frankly. So if you know the ins and outs of your business, and you know who the individual is, that's going to build a lot of value, especially if you bring that packet. You know, you could do a free demo spot. You're building exponential amount of value into your selling tactic, and that'll allow you to close. Guys, look, I am posting, like I said, every Tuesday, Friday at 5:15 Central Standard Time. I like to do a lot of day in the lives of my business. I like to give out hacks like this. I want to help the industry out as a totality. I don't sell a damn thing. I know a lot of people sell courses. I've been doing this for 2 years on YouTube, so you can go back. Literally, I have not sold a damn thing on it. So if you can, I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, or even, quite frankly, relatively sooner. So if you can, just subscribe for me, as I'm posting consistent. I'm not going to miss a day. And you guys are fantastic. Love each and every single one of you guys. If you have any questions, just drop them down below, and I will answer each and every single one of you. So, guys, take a look at the next video where I go over the ins and outs of the pressure washing business, the full guide to it. Guys, y'all have a great day. I'll see you soon.